dedication time. Woo-hoo, go-hoo. Yeah. This one's dedicated to Amber Hartgraves. Amber Hartgraves, this beautiful young lady here to me, right to my left. She was diagnosed with brain cancer, but the Lord blessed her, and she is now cancer-free. This is what this is. I gotta give her some love. Thank you so much. And right next to Amber is Maira Aguilar, Relay for Life Specialist for the American Cancer Society. So let's give her a round of applause. I've asked both of these ladies to come on our show, or my wife and I did ask both of you ladies to come on the show and share exactly what Relay to Life is. But first of all, let's talk about your event. Tell us what happened, what's going on. Take us there, girl.
Okay. Well, first of all, the Mariposa County Relay for Life this year is going to be on May 30th. So that's next weekend already. And it's going to be 9 a.m. to 12 a.m. And it's going to be amazing, fun. We're there to support everyone who's had cancer experience. We're there to remember those that we've lost. We're there to bring just as much hope and try to find a cure as we can. It's all about being there for each other and working really hard for these situations. And so we're really excited. It's almost here.
Oh yes, that's next Saturday.
That's next Saturday.
Not this Saturday, but the following Saturday.
A week.
Saturday. At the Mariposa Fairgrounds.
Yep.
Anybody can participate?
Yes, anyone, any age.
Anyone at any age.
Yep.
I like. Hey, Mike, do you got pictures over there in the background for Amber's? Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the Luminaria ceremony where you can put those that you know who are survivors or those that you've lost to remember them, support them, love them. It's a great way to remember them and to help them.
So as people walking around or running around the track,
they will be lit up all night. That way everyone can see them, and they're really there. They're a big light to shine, you know.
I love it. And we all dealt with this cancer issue too. I know we all dealt with this stuff, and it's not a pretty sight for those that haven't dealt with it. Yeah. But the cool thing is when you're around like-minded people, to go out there and give back and grow and educate folks.
Yeah.
And I remember it's just amazing how everybody pulls together. Because when you get the news that you have cancer, what do?
Yeah.
Myra, you said it. That's the first thing I remember on our last show, Myra. You were saying, you stress out. What do I do? What do I eat? What do I do? And doctors, all they do is give you a prescription, and hey, this is what you got, and then they walk away, and you're like,
yes.
But that's why the American Cancer Society came in, and this is how you educate them.
Yeah, and one of the things of Relay for Life is a lot of them are 24-hour events, and the whole significance of that is cancer never sleeps.
Yep.
So at 2 in the morning, there's someone out there who has cancer, or a caregiver. I was a caregiver for my father. You're up at 2 in the morning on Google and WebMD, and what do I do, and what's this test, and the American Cancer Society has programs where they have a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week phone line that anybody can call to get information. They will transfer you to other volunteers who maybe are going. If you have breast cancer, they'll transfer you to somebody who has had breast cancer in the past and kind of give you a little bit of insight and say, hey, I know what you're going through at 3 in the morning because you're up, you're thinking, your mind's going. And so this year, Relay for Life in Mariposa is not 24 hours. It was a huge decision that the committee made. And they're just going to try it out this year and see if they like the shorter relay. It's still 9 a.m. to midnight on May 30th at the Mariposa Fairgrounds. But if they want to go back to 24-hour next year, then they will. For some communities, the shorter relays work. We're kind of looking at maybe kind of get people more interested in it. A lot of times people don't really stay the 24 hours because sometimes it's hard on people if they're going through treatments or they have small children. And then there's other people like Amber and myself. They're there all night long.
You guys are on. You guys are woo. Yes. Inspirators, gosh.
So there's a little bit for everybody.
Oh, I love that. I know we're looking forward to entertaining and emceeing and DJing and playing that good music and inspiring you guys going, play the Relay for Life music and just have fun and encouraging you all to grow. How's Max doing? Max is her fiance, folks, but I didn't know. How is he doing?
Great, absolutely great. He started work today for his first day, so
yes.
Woo!
What's he doing?
Well, he's still applying for biology jobs because that was his degree, but it's been really difficult. We're the first timers with no experience, even though we took all the classes and have done all the work.
But you're doing it.
Yeah, so we're really really getting there. You know, he had to hold up for me for all of my treatments and everything. He had to be my everyday chauffeur.
Which now he has a full-time job with that.
He has a full-time job with me.
Yes, being her husband and fiance.
Yeah.
And you're getting married too.
Yes, August 22nd.
August 22nd.
Yeah.
Yes. This is great. Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I'm very excited.
That Max, I tell you, Max was out there helping her out all the time. He was on the show last time, and boy, that guy, you could just feel your guys' love.
Yeah.
And that there, my wife and I just love your guys' love, just feeling that. That right, Mrs. Figueroa? I'm telling you.
I want to hear about the news, when you got the news that you were cancer-free.
Oh, that's a good
Yeah.
Hear the news. How does she got cancer-free?
Because it's a stage 4 cancer, you know, it never technically fully disappears. However, if there is no new growth, if there is no beginning collection of cells, technically you're, you know, cancer-free because you have no tumor, you have no growth, you know, there's nothing for them to focus on at the moment. So at the moment, I am cancer-free, which is amazing because that is really rare.
Yes. Lord, that's a blessing right there, Lord.
Yeah.
You blessed it.
And I just finished my chemotherapy last month, and they were going to give me the scan. And that was 2 weeks ago I got the scan, and I was really nervous because I've done with radiation, and now I'm done with chemotherapy, so technically nothing is fighting it. You know what I mean? I'm at that moment where I'm, you know, trying to be healthy and everything, but I'm not taking anything to fight it. And so I was scared. I was really, really scared to go in. But they tell us immediately. I walk in, they give me an MRI. An hour later, I meet with my doctor, and he shows me the scans, and they were perfectly clear. And I'm just just beyond excitement because it's very stressful, and I'll still have to go in every 2 months, and so about every 7 weeks I'll be fine, and then that first week coming up I'll be like, oh my gosh, I have to go in, oh my gosh, I have to go in. But it's great that it's so clear, and I mean, I'm really rare and really lucky, and I love it. So I'm doing everything I can to be hopeful and just live normal life and everything. Waste no time.
Isn't she awesome, folks? Isn't she awesome? Oh, God. A walking testimony. Myra, you got yourself a great volunteer right here. I mean, you can't ask. I mean, it's just like God just put you guys together to go out there and work together and grow together. And
every community that I manage, I always talk about Amber and, you know, just let them know people. Sometimes people have a bad day, and I'm like, let me tell you about my Mariposa Luminaria chair. You know, this young lady, she's the reason, you know, she's she's living proof of what our fundraising efforts are, you know, all of our long nights, all of our 7 days a week working, you know, all of our volunteers. This is, Relay for Life is a volunteer-based or volunteer-driven event.
Yes.
The volunteers tell me what they want. I don't ever say, no, we're going to do it this way. They always decide. We want a shorter relay? Okay, we'll do a shorter relay. We want to start at this time? Okay, we'll start at this time. You know, it's all of the great, fantastic volunteers like Amber.
I'm telling you.
And, you know, we have a lot of dedicated volunteers in Mariposa. I'm just in awe of them, of how great they are and how much they make this position for me rewarding. Because if it wasn't for them, I would never be able to put on this event by myself. There's no way. You know, we rely a lot on our volunteers, and Amber is a perfect example of a great volunteer.
Oh, right on. Oh, you can just feel the love here. Feel the love.
I do.
I mean, gosh. And volunteers, not only yourself, Amber. What about your other volunteers that you work with?
Yeah, there are a lot. We're a very small town, so we have a very small little pack of volunteers. We're really, really tiny.
You guys are always active, though. I mean, I've seen you guys on
are.
Facebook and social media.
Yeah.
You guys are doing this. I mean, like every other day you're doing stuff.
So each of us pretty much truly have more than one job, more than one position to deal with. And everyone, even though that's so much work, because just one position for a relay is a huge time consumer, but it's for such a great purpose that it doesn't matter how much time you put into it. So we always do more than one position, and because there's only, you know, so many of us, but it still turns out so great, and it's so meaningful, and we're like a little family, you know, and it's just great to be with them every week for meeting and just to check in, and then it's phenomenal. I'm excited.
Being around and like-minded people, you give hope for other people.
Yes.
I mean, gosh, a walking testimony right
yes,
here.
I'm a hope girl.
Yes, you are. You're like the poster child.
I was really excited that this year's theme was hope, because every year, it's always about being hopeful and helping people in research, but because this year's shirt, it just said hope right across it, I was like, this is perfect.
I love it.
And because that's my thing, it's heartbreaking and it's stressful and it's tough, but if I do that, it doesn't make my life what it used to be or how it should be.
Yes.
So I'm always the hope talker, and I was excited because when I speak at Relay this year, I'm such a positive person that I knew I was going to be, don't worry, there's hope. There, you can do it.
There she is.
When
there she is.
When usually that's not technically the case, and science in general has just gone so far. And I'm being a nurse, almost a nurse, and just
Own
know
it, girl.
so
You're
much.
a nurse. You're a nurse. Own it. Dang. You're at the hospital all that time. Education
Yes, I know.
and patient. Both sides of the fence.
Both sides of the fence, and that really helped me learn even more.
I bet it did.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I always treated patients with kindness, and my goal before I was diagnosed was to be an oncology nurse, especially with pediatrics if I could, because I love children, and I don't want them to have cancer, and I want to find a cure, and so I want to help them any way I can. That's my ultimate goal as a nurse. And so then when I was put in there I was 21, but technically I'm almost at the child age where they take you from child to adult in hospitals. And, those nurses were amazing, and I was just so excited that I would be one. I was really hoping I could be one, and I'm excited to take that test and finally finish everything I worked for.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Oh, this is great. Oh. And
Thank you.
That is awesome. And Myra, other relays of life, not only for Mariposa, how far do you go for? It's nationwide, isn't it?
We've had 27 in Great Valley South total Relay for Life events. There's so many more. This is just for our territory. We have 8 left. So we've got 2 coming up. We've got Mariposa Relay for Life, which is on May 30th at Mariposa Fairgrounds. We've got Los Banos Relay for Life. It's on May 30th. And then after that, we've got a few like in Tehachapi, and the mountain communities. And then the rest are going to be in late fall, so September, October.
Okay.
Yeah, so we've got some fall relays. So if you haven't been to a relay, there's still time. All you got to do is go to relayforlife.org, and you can find, type in a city and see if there's a relay in your city.
Right on. And also, if you have any commercials or you want to throw it out, please bring them to us. We'll be more than happy to pay it forward. That's what we're all about here.
Absolutely.
Do you see how the community works here, folks, by paying it forward? Because you know somebody, they turn around and help out Myra, and then Myra, you were dealing with cancer with your father.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
You were dealing with, and then Amber dealing it with herself, and us. We were dealing. My wife and I were dealing it with my mother-in-law, and it's something that we don't want to experience.
Terrible.
But
Yeah.
I can say, when you walk through it, been there, done that, and break on through the other side, girl.
Yeah.
Woo! God, I'm just like, man,
Thank
thank
you.
you, Lord, in such a young age.
Yeah, very, very
I
young.
gotta say, thank God you're alive, girl. And I said, Dad, thank you so much for giving us your love and your prayers and your
Yes.
support and informing us. I'm telling you. Dad's in the house, too. I gotta give Dad a shout out. God. Just inspiring, because when I got messages from him, he's all like, yes, my wife, we're just praying and praying and praying, saying, Lord,
Yes.
let her just
Yeah.
overcome this.
Yes.
And God, he answered the prayers. Thank you.
I know. Just keep praying.
Always, not only for
Every 2 months I'm checked.
everybody.
Keep it going.
Yes,
but-
and for those that are following you.
Yeah.
For those that are out there, we're praying for you too, lifting you guys
Yes,
up, encouraging it,
absolutely.
and motivating you guys to get out there, because everything's possible. Everything is possible.
Yes,
if you believe
absolutely.
it, walk in faith and hope and love, and don't let this yuckity yuck muckety muck stuck on you. No, if you have that yuckity yuck muckety muck stuff on you,
Yep.
guess what? It's on you. But if you have this positive energy, that shine brights and burn it away. I say Figueroa's activate. Hey, Mrs. Figueroa, don't we say that? We're like, Figueroa's activate. Ooh, and then just let that shine burn off this yuckity muck because we don't want it.
No.
And if you walk around down and depressed, guess what? That's what you created. No, we're here speaking positive, being around like-minded people. And this is what we love on our show. Gosh, you guys are awesome. This is
thank
good.
you.
I love it. Any more last things before we wrap it up here, ladies?
No, if people are interested in volunteering for Relay for Life or any volunteer opportunities, American Cancer Society, just go to cancer.org. You can contact the Fresno office. You can reach out to volunteers. Anybody you see wearing, our Relay for Life shirts, absolutely, just stop and ask. And a lot of the students will come at the very end and say, I need to get my volunteer hours, but you guys can always volunteer throughout the year at any of our events or even in the office.
I love it. Thank you so much,
Great.
Myra, for doing what you're doing. And Amber, thank you so much for being
you.
walking thing. And congratulations, folks. Mike, give me some celebration music. I'm telling you, this is Amber's music here. Woo! Come on, guys. Let's dance with us. I gotta get up and dance there. Woo! Yeah! Hey, this is Albert Figueroa with Connecting the Dots with Amber Hartgraves and Maira Aguilar, and then with Relay of Lights. Folks, stay tuned for next week's show. You guys have yourself a great Memorial Day weekend, and we'll see you guys next week. Hey, I like to give them a kiss. You guys want to give me a kiss, right? Good. You guys have a great day now. We'll see you next week.